don't want to get into a fight with a horse, and you don't want to get into a fight with a horse that is domineering. What you want to do is work together with your horse and have a very good understanding of what each other is wanting. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be peachy keen all the time to do anything you ask. It doesn't work that way. It looks like that in the movies. It looks like that because there are stunt horses and there are people who do take after take after take. In reality, it doesn't work that way, and then people go and buy horses, and then horses ended up in the knackery because of that stupidity. That's where I get pissed off. When horses end up in a very bad position because people do not take the time or make the effort to actually understand what's needed. And it does take a lot of time and a lot of patience. And Barrel Willie, you might learn something here. The next time your horse has a go at you, you might realise why. Maybe it's because you're not patient enough. Maybe you need to take some time to be patient. Or like I said, maybe you're just lucky and you just got a very submissive horse. Some horses are submissive. I've had very submissive horses. And trust me, when you've had a really good submissive horse and then you suddenly get one like this girl who she seems very calm and very quiet, but she's calm and quiet in my presence because I had to do a lot of work with her to get to this stage. The lady that had her previously was terrified of her. She was an absolute menace when I got her. She was bossing everybody around. She was turning a bum and trying to kick, and just a naughty girl because she didn't have the adequate leadership happening, because she's a dominant girl. She needs somebody even stronger than her to lead. So she tested me good. She tested the breaker for 2 weeks really good. Very much, you know, one that will make sure if she can be in control, she wants to be in control. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a horse wanting to be in control. It's what they do. But it's not safe if we don't have a communication with them that can de-escalate them if they decide that they're going to, you know, want to be in control over some situation that you're in and it's a dangerous situation. Which is why when I ask her to drop and I ask her to submit, she does, because she's not doing it because I'm telling her to do it. She's doing it because we've worked together and she understands communication wise that this is something that we do so that we relax together, we have a good disposition when we're with one another. No one's getting angry. No, if I got on her really angry, I guarantee you I would be falling off. I would not be getting off safely. She wouldn't tolerate it. She would be very much then go into the fight mode. She's not a flight horse at all. And at the moment I've got Zara right behind us, who is her arch enemy at the moment. Yeah, I know, darling. So Ellie's a little bit, she can see Zara there, and Ellie's a little bit, okay, there's that enemy of mine, and very aware that Zara is right there. So I'm gonna jump on. I'm not going to do too much today with her. I did a bit of work before with the rope, which was really and see, she's cranky right now. And she's going to try and swing her bum towards me. So I'm going to turn her around. I'm going to let her touch that side. I'm going to let her know that it's okay. Good girl, Ellie. You get her to stand nice and still. And I'm not going to muck about. If she paws at me again, which she's not going to do, right there, well, don't want her to walk until I ask her to. Got to make corrections with young horses and older horses, but young horses especially. The minute you get it wrong, you'll have a bit of a fight on your hands to get it right again. I'm going to ask her to move on. Very good. Nice. Now this could be a very different scenario had I have fought with her back doing her bridle. Had I have done that, I might be riding a very, very, very cranky, nasty pony right now. So she's giving me all the cues that she's more than happy to just do what I'm asking. She's relaxed. We're going to walk. and drop. Drop head. And drop for me. Oh, she's a good girl. Good girl. And give her a nice rub. Let her think about everything. There's a plane up there making a bit of a sound. Sometimes Ellie doesn't like the smaller planes, but the bigger ones she seems fine with. Just going to do a bit of movement. Yeah, well, didn't ask you to move. And stand. Well, good girl. I'm just going to move my feet. Well. So I'm just trying to get her to realise when I'm moving my feet, it doesn't mean I want her to go. I want her to wait. So I don't want her to go off of the feet moving. What I want her to do, because if she goes off feet moving, then when I'm going to move to get off her, she's going to think she can go. And I might get myself in a pickle. So she's very much a foot reader. She likes to use feet to read what you want. We're going to ask for a little bit more of a faster walk. So I'm going to lean slightly more forward. I'm going to ask for a faster walk, and she's giving it to me. She's wanting to get out of here. She's wanting to go over and check these guys over here out. Trot. We're going to ask for a trot. And we're going to get her to complete a couple of circles. At the moment she's focusing on things other than me. I need to get her attention back to me, to where she's listening. And there we go, we've got a full-on circle there, which was nice. And we're going to turn this way, and we're going to go outer edge, and we're going to trot, trot. And she's at an age now, when they're hitting 3 to 4 years of age, they're starting to sort of come out of that baby mode and mature. I went up then. And see, when I went up then, because I started it, she's blocking off because I didn't sit the rising trot in the first couple of goes. So then when I start to rise, so if I sit the trot all the way around, she's fine. But as soon as I rise, she'll start to slow, because I'm kind of trying to teach her, which is what I did with the other horse. If I start to lose my balance, or I'm not seated right, then she's to basically slow down and stop. If she feels I'm going to be unbalanced, she's to slow down and stop. And the reason that is my balance isn't great. I did have a little bit of a stroke a while ago, and as a result sometimes my balance just isn't working, and I can be very unbalanced on her. So when she feels I'm unbalanced, she will stop. And if she doesn't feel me 100% right, she won't keep going. She'll stop, and then I readjust, and then we start again. Good girl. And you can see she goes straight with the head down nicely. And the other thing is, because I get nervous about things, she will, if I'm too nervous, she might, it's going to ask for a little, see, she knows I'm reluctant right now. I had to lift quite a few bales of hay today, a couple of times, so I did a big hay run. They're about 30 kilos a bale, so I'm a bit sore, so I'm not really sitting it nicely the way I should. Good girl, come on, keep going. And I'm actually quite wonky. Not her, it's me. It's all over the shop. And see, I have no problem admitting if I'm doing something wrong. I would much rather admit I'm doing something wrong and be able to correct it than put the horse through shit it doesn't need to go through because I'm an arrogant, egotistical idiot, which is what a lot of people do. It's all about their ego instead of about the horse's understanding and the bond, which is what we want it to be really about if we want to have a joyous, life with our horse. where we're enjoying one another. And it's just like people, you get stubborn people and see, here we go, this is where she learnt the other day, and we're still correcting to this point. What I did the other day is she didn't want to go where I wanted to go, so she did this turn in a different direction to what I wanted, and I was trying to get her to go this direction and she wanted to go that way, and I let her win because I got scared because she was heading towards an object. So I let her veer the way she wanted to go instead of correcting it right then and there, and I had to correct her afterwards. But she already got in her head, I've got away with this, I can try it again. So she's doing testing still, and it might take a week or two of her, because she is dominant, it might take a week or two of her to really get back to where we've got a really good communication. And she's really, I'm having to use my feet today a lot. Usually you don't need to with her, but today she's worrying about the other horses. That's the problem. She's worrying about what everybody else is doing. She's still doing well though, despite the, the distractions. She's doing well. She's got her right there, which we don't usually have her right there. So her being there is, and she's, here we go. We're going to, I'll show you what she's. So I'm going to do, and unless, and there we go. We got a give there nicely, and we'll stop now because she gave me a give. I'll stop and let her have a think about it. And it's all about knowing when to release the pressure, when to reward, and when to put pressure on, with young horses in particular. We opened the gate yesterday beautifully, didn't we, Missy? We opened that gate and there was no issue whatsoever. Good girl. We'll do it again today. There we go. Good job. Great job. Awesome. Good job.